body bags were whore lies.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
Hey guys, happy Thursday, this is your fright chick speaking. Okay, so I've tried to record this like twice already and it's so fucking hard to explain. I'm just rambling as shit. I will try and keep this short, okay, because so far the last two attempts garnered 15 minutes each. This is not good. Okay, this week's film is 2014's Unfriended, or 2015 depending on where you are, because I think it got released last year some places and this year other places. But anyways, so Unfriended basically centres around a group of teens who are in a Skype chat. We kind of just follow it from the point of view of one of them though, okay? But we are basically looking at someone's desktop. That is what the scope of the movie is. We're looking at someone's desktop and she is clicking around. So we get to see her as well because she is in the Skype chat. So anyway, it is basically centering around Blair, who is our point of view. Blair and her boyfriend Mitch are on Skype and they are chatting and blah 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 blah, and they're doing coupley momenty things and they're talking about prom and things like that. So basically they're having a couples moment and she's like, oh, so you know, maybe like prom night will be the night that I'll lose my virginity to you. And he's like, yeah, and all this awkwardness. And then their three best friends, I know like four then, three best friends pop into the chat as well and kind of catch them almost doing something. So we have Jess, we have Ken, and we have Adam. So we have the five of them. But right before this chat happened, Blair was looking at a YouTube video of a girl who committed suicide at their school. Her name was Laura Barnes. She committed suicide. She also looks at the video of why this girl committed suicide. And she basically had a humiliating video put up on Facebook or YouTube or both, where she was drunk at a party and she passed out behind a building and she literally shit herself. It's gross. It's really, I know it's like fake for movies, but it was really realistic looking. It was awful. So she's looking at the video, and that is the one point I like about this film, is the fact that there are no boring, you don't have to wait like 5 minutes for someone to walk down a hallway, because we're looking at someone's desktop and we can all relate to this. She's constantly clicking on stuff, so we're not always just looking at the Skype chat. And I think a lot of people who saw the trailer might have been misled to think that that is all it was. She's looking at Google and she's looking at YouTube and she's looking at Facebook, so she's doing private messaging and she's doing this, that and the other. So there's always something moving. There's always something we either need to read or hear or look at. So it's very interesting like that. That's probably why I like it so much. It's kind of original. I don't think there's been another film like that actually. So yeah, original. So the three friends jump in. Very quickly, we have an unknown user by Billy227. That is the username. And when Blair clicks on the profile information, she realises that it is Laura Barnes' old account, which is not possible because this girl is dead. So they're all kind of freaking out, like what? Who is this? It is hard for me to explain the entirety of this movie because it is all dialogue. Like, I can't say this person went over there and then they did this. We're looking at a screen for like 90 minutes, okay? It is all dialogue, so I can't tell you exactly what they're all saying to each other every second of it, which is why you just need to go and see it. But I'll give you the basic lowdown. So that is what's happening. We have the unknown user. It becomes very apparent very quickly that this person is a troll. I mean, we know it's a ghost, okay? We just watched the movie. We know it's a ghost. But the guys in the movie, they're like, it's a troll. It can't be Laura Barnes. This is insane. At this point, Blair is private messaging her boyfriend because she doesn't really want to tell all of her fears about this, because she believes straight away pretty much that this could be Laura. So they're private messaging and we're watching them talk on Skype and blah blah blah, and then they all start getting, at least we don't know that they're all getting it, but it becomes apparent later on that they are all getting the same sort of messages. Blair starts getting private messages on Facebook from Laura Barnes' Facebook page saying stuff to her like, you know, why do you do this? Are you a good person? Things like that. And it freaks them all out, quite rightly. I mean, it would freak anybody out. So for a small portion of the movie, they try and remove the glitch. They believe it is a glitch or a troll or whatever. They try to remove it because they try a few times to disconnect the call, reconnect, disconnect, reconnect to get rid of this person. Ken sends them all like a virus, you know, what do you call it? Sort of like a Norton thing, like an antivirus software. Sends it to them all. the glitch or the troll or whatever, but we know it's the ghost, is sending them text in the little text bar on Skype. So she's chatting to them now at this point and saying things to them and threatening them, and they're all freaking out. So they try and get rid of it with this antivirus stuff, and it kind of works for like 5 minutes, and then she just comes back. At this point they believe that it is a girl called Val. She is kind of a frenemy. She's not really one of their friends. They don't really like her, but they kind of talk to her every now and again. They think that she's just pranking them, so they get her in the chat, and she's talking to them, and she's just like, what the fuck is wrong with all of you? Like, this is ridiculous. This is not Laura. Don't be stupid. At this point, some very, very humiliating photos of Val being drunk and getting high at a party are posted from Jessie's Facebook page. Jess is completely, like, feigning innocence, which is right, because she didn't do it. But Val doesn't believe her, and nobody does either. So they all start jumping on each other's asses at this point. There's a lot of arguing going on in this, and that's the point, is the fact that it gets very intense and the suspense kind of gets built because they're all freaking out and they can't do anything because they're behind a computer screen, but they can see everybody else, which is why it's so great when people start dying, because they can see them but they can't really help them. But yeah, so Val is like, I can't believe you've just done that, etc, etc. She then calls the cops because this person is threatening her and she is being cyberbullied. So she calls the cops because on Facebook, once again, the bane of life, Facebook, there is a screenshot of Val telling Laura Barnes to kill herself after Laura Barnes begged her to take the video down. That gets put up. Everyone in the world or on Facebook jumps on Val's ass and is like, you're a fucking disgusting psycho bitch, you should kill yourself, I can't believe you did that. So she calls cops. Cops come over, but Val cuts out for a minute and then she comes back and she's just staring, and it's scary as shit. There's nothing scarier to me than when someone just stares and doesn't do anything. They don't crack a smile, they don't move their eye, nothing. So the group thinks that it froze. They think Skype froze, except that Blair starts calling her and her phone starts vibrating across the counter, and it's fucking creepy as shit where she's just staring for like 2-3 minutes. It's horrible. And then everything goes to shit. Everything goes to black. The computer gets knocked over. The cops come. They start shouting out police codes, and the guys are all frantically on their laptop, all looking to see what these police codes mean so they can try and figure out what happened to Val. It then is revealed that Val killed herself. So the ghost can make them kill themselves. That's the point. The ghost of Laura Barnes is making them commit suicide after toying with them. So when Val is gone, it's Ken's turn, and he gets taken out quite grossly after the Billy glitch actually has a camera feed going for a minute, and it turns out that it's in his house. So he finds it, and then suddenly he stops doing it, and he's just staring as well for a while. And then he kills himself. I won't say how, but he does. So at this point we're down to 4 people, and this is kind of where I'm going to end the review because, like I said, I don't want to give away the whole thing, but we're down to 4 people, and the ghost makes them play Never Have I Ever. So you put your 5 fingers up, and then every time you've done something you take one down, and then usually you would drink, except in this case the loser's going to die. And it's really awesome because the suspense gets ramped up at this point, because obviously they don't want to play, they're freaked out, they can't figure out what's going on, but then this thing is just telling them that they've got, and it has a countdown with like 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, they have to answer or they're going to die. It's already been shown to them that they can be killed. This thing is turning their lights on and off, it's making noises in their houses, and they can't figure out what's going on. So anyway, they play Never Have I Ever, and the worst secrets of their life get revealed. She starts saying things like, never have I ever done blah 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 blah, you know, like, I've never done this, I've never slept with this person, I've never done this, I've never started that rumour, and they all have to fess up because they don't want to die, and it's so awesome. So because of course they don't want to die and all these secrets are coming out, like, just the shit hits the fan at some point. Like I said, I will say this, Blair is literally one of the last people to go because obviously she is our POV, but she gets onto chat roulette at one point and she is unsuccessfully trying to get people to call the cops to send to her friends' houses because obviously they are in trouble and they are like the next one to go. But she does manage to get through to one woman and get her to listen to her and get her to call the cops in their area and send a car, it's such and such and such, and obviously this is too late. She doesn't get there in time, but that was cool because once again we got to see something else online and watch something other than this Skype chat. So that is what the rest of the movie is, okay? And I will, obviously more people get picked off. I won't say exactly what order or who dies or how, But I will say this, that is the end of the movie, okay? That is the end of the movie. They play Never Have I Ever. She looks online for more stuff. They try and reason with the ghost. They're looking at articles, they're looking at Google, they're looking at YouTube. The ghost basically wants to just find out who posted the video so that they can get their own revenge, you know? And they're all guilty. They're all guilty in one way or another. There obviously was one person that filmed it, but they're all guilty. And it's brilliant. The suspense gets ramped up, and as the secrets come out, and they're all kind of trying to give each other up. Their friendship goes out the fucking window. They're giving each other up. But I will say this. I'm going to end this now. That is the movie. Skype, Google, blah, 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 Ghost Revenge. Brilliant stuff. Loved it. Found footage. Loved it. It was kind of a found footagey type feel, so that's why I loved it. The deaths were lame as shit. Okay? They were lame as fuck. They really were. If you like a good death scene, or you like a bit of gore, a bit of blood, whatever, you like a payoff, you ain't gonna get it with this. It fucking sucked. Because there was a lot of camera freezing, and then there was a lot of quick cuts, and not necessarily shaky camera, but obviously it's kind of like the effect of when there's strobe lighting. You don't really get the effect, you know, you don't really see what's going on. It's very hard to do. So there was a lot of that, and there wasn't really much blood, and there wasn't really the death. When we saw people who had died, it was like a quick cut, and then it was like, holy shit, are they dead? What happened? And like, you see some of it, but just there wasn't much of a payoff. Okay, so yeah, so apart from that, I mean, it was a good film. Give it 10 out of 10 for good originality and for keeping me entertained for an hour and a half. I really do. People are going to hate on this and say, oh my god, this film was so crap, but I enjoyed it for its freshness. It was good. I liked it. Thumbs up. And I will see you next week. This is a really long review. Bye.